construction program. We've built, I think, 42 homes now. We've got 9 more started. What Carl Green's data showed, that in the city we have about 2,000 homes, properties that are valued under $60,000. So we have a lot of low-value property in the city. One of the cities, just in the Powell Hamilton neighborhood, there's 180 homes, mostly single-family homes, that are valued under $50,000 or under $60,000. So we've created TIF districts around Gunderson to try to improve the looks of property around the city. So we go out and we bulldoze a house, and we build houses with Western Technical College, with the Wood Techniques program, and with Coolie Habitat. So a lot of this is not just focused our efforts on, we're just making, property owner landlords build nicer new buildings. We're trying to do that in the community as well. The city itself, either through housing rehab programs or building new construction. We're the second or third oldest city in Wisconsin, and we have a lot of older housing stock that the city's trying to clean up, and one way to do that is for us to buy and build those houses. So I just wanted to touch on that for a second. So this ordinance is online, 1546 is online, and if people want that, we can email that document around too if people want to see it. There was a moratorium for, as we developed these, we really started implementing these standards during the moratorium, and I think a couple of good examples of folks that worked with us, again, were Brett Sawyer, Peter and Paul Gerard, Kevin Biondo, all kind of worked through that moratorium process. They didn't have to meet all the standards, but they started helping us give examples of how we could have nicer looking buildings in town. Yes?
Do you want to touch on the paint fix-up program too?
Oh, sure. The city has a paint fix-up program. We did it about 5 or 6 years ago. We got some monies from the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Authority, and it's $500 for owner-occupied, and if it's a income property, then it's $800, but it has to be a match. So if it's a rental property, the landlord, the owner, has to match the $800. So for homeowners, it's $500, there's no match. For income-producing properties, it's $800 with a required $800 match.
That's the maximum.
Maximum, yeah. So last year, we got a grant from the Community Foundation for $16,000, and that was for the Washburn neighborhood. And then the city had $10,000 from actually TIF dollars in the Gunderson TIF, and then the city budgeted $50,000. I think that should add up to like $82,000 or something like that. So we did, I want to say about 120 projects. So that $85,000 rough, when we measured it, it was about $300,000 worth of private investment to the city and the Community Foundation's investment. This year, there's a resolution goes to the council right now for another $50,000 citywide program. We've kind of met with the neighborhood commission. City has a neighborhood revitalization commission, and they went through for about an hour last month the results of last year's work. There's a couple projects yet to finish, and what some guidelines are going forward. Folks wanted us to buy them ladders, or they wanted Wagner spray kits and things like that. So they're trying to, make sure that the rules are the same for everybody. But again, there's $50,000 to paint fix up that citywide. Again, $800 match if it's an income property. Yes, sir.
Is there anything going on with the abandoned houses, trying to, if they are abandoned and sellable, try and prompt whoever owns them to sell them, get them back into use? And for properties that are abandoned and in need of a lot of work, where it would possibly be better to bulldoze them and maybe do a habitat house or something like that, is there any program existing right now to target those residents?
Well, the city has an ordinance, a vacant building registration ordinance. And I would say by and large, David could correct me here, a lot of them are bank owned. I just had